What's up guys? Today I want to talk about and review a new collection from Touch in Sol, which I feel like is a brand that we don't really hear a lot about. I tried their Metallist dual foil and glitter eyeshadows when they first launched at Sephora and really loved those, but just hadn't heard much about them since. So they actually sent me a new summer kit of theirs. It's called the I Can't Wait Summer Kit, and it has a mixture of eyeshadow textures, product textures, I should say. And you know how I feel about textures, which is how we got to where we are today. Let's get started. Okay, so everything in this kit comes in this hard shell mini suitcase, which is not just adorable, but also the more I use it, the more I'm like, why don't more brands who give you kind of freebie makeup bags with their stuff do this? Because it's a real like hard suitcase, it's not suitcase, makeup bag, so that when you put your makeup in there, say you're traveling with more delicate items, really soft press shadows, powders, or freeform powders that when they get knocked around, I mean, it can happen to any makeup, but especially more fragile makeup when it gets knocked around and then you open your makeup bag to find that you have pigment everywhere. This provides, or it's been crushed or dug into by something else in your makeup bag, this just provides a little bit more protection, which I really like. Additionally, I promise there is makeup in this video, but the other thing I like about this is on either side of the bag there are these little mesh kind of elastic side pockets that you can put like Q-tips or floss picks, whatever tends to get lost in your bag. Those are the two things that tend to get lost in my bags. I will like find Q-tips for trips to come even when I unpack my bag, so it's just like a nice way to organize those. It has them on either end, and I don't know, I feel it's not like the main event of this whole package, but I just really like this carrying case. Then you also get a holographic passport wallet. So on, ooh, and some stickers. On one side, your passport goes here, then you can stick credit cards, cash, whatever you like to travel with in there. And then there is also a sleep mask. And I'll be really honest, up until kind of recently, I always really thought these were kind of cheap gimmies when they came with like gifts with purchase and things like that. But I actually have really dry eyes and have very recently come to find that sleep masks are awesome when you're dealing with forced air. Right now it's summer, and so there's lots of forced air conditioning, but also in winter, especially if you're in like the really cold and you have lots of forced heat that can dry your eyes out. I've actually started sleeping with a sleep mask, and this isn't a blackout mask. I bought some masks from Amazon that like form to the shape of your face that are awesome. But I don't know, getting this in here, I just had kind of a whole new appreciation for it. Anywho, let's get to the actual makeup. I'm gonna start with the matte finish items first so we can then build to like the dramatic sparkle. Starting with the Pretty Filter Mattish Liquid Eyeshadow. So I'm a liquid eyeshadow fiend. When done right, they are so fast and easy to apply, and this is definitely meeting my expectations. This is in the shade Charm, which is this soft, nudie, peach kind of shade. I've applied it so much as my base to a lot of these colors. You can totally wear it alone. It sheers out very nicely just to kind of subtly even out your skin tone if you have kind of discolorations from capillaries like I tend to. I like bases that are a little bit more pigmented to cancel those out. This provides just a sheer amount of coverage. It's not like paint pot level, but it has a hint of tint that's layerable to something peachier and just gives this really beautiful, soft, satiny sort of finish. When I apply it, I tend to blend it in with something fluffier. This is like the Deluxe Crease Brush from Real Techniques, or like a fluffy but still flat shader brush from literally so many brands have them. But I'll apply it directly to my lid, and then I'll just go in and sweep across the lid and then work it up into the crease because it blends up there beautifully. And then it's not only a base shade, but it's your best friend blending shade in your crease in case you want to go in with any of the other things I'm going to talk about later. And it dries down pretty quickly too. Not so quickly that you don't have time to work with it, but surprisingly fast given how thin and almost watery the texture is compared to a lot of other cream formulas I have, like Sydney Grace, for example. This I would say is more of a liquid compared to Sydney Grace, which is a cream. Then the other matte-ish finish here is an eyeliner. I say ish because it's not totally matte. It has kind of a sheen to it even once it's totally set. This is their Style Black Gel Liner. It says with diamond, but there's no shimmer in it, so I don't know what the diamond has to do with it. Maybe that's what keeps it drying down from being a totally matte eyeshadow, but I love this not just as a waterline liner, which you, I think, will see me use. I think I filmed a demo doing it that way. but I know I definitely filmed a demo using it as an eyeshadow base. Like you can do with a lot of eyeliner pencils, running it all over your lid and then blending it out. This actually works as a really great base, especially for some of the other products that have more transformational characteristics to them. We were working with like lots of pigments and lots of multichromatic facets coming up here, and so this was an unexpected but really nice contrast as a base compared to that soft peach I just talked about. And the other thing about this, kind of surprising, is it made me realize I kind of miss automatic pencils, those that you just kind of twist and it rolls up automatically. Is it just me, or does it feel like we've gone to sharpened pencils as of late? And not that I mind, but I just was reminded how easy it is to roll a pencil up and apply it when you just want to go and you want to have to find your sharpener, empty your sharpener, clean out your sharpener to make sure you're not mixing pigments. Like, such a nice quick way to go about that. And then to make sure it's really sharp, if you want to do some more precise lining or just kind of get in your waterline, this one actually does have a little sharpener on the other end of it. So not like huge or revolutionary, like lots of brands have done this, but it does feel like more brands have gone back to the old sharpening days. So that was kind of a welcome difference. Okay, now onto the fun textured products, specifically glitter and shimmer textures. First up are these potted pressed shimmery shadows. They are called Metallist Sparkling Foiled Pigment, and they're very lightly pressed pigments. They're somewhere in between a shimmer and a glitter, not quite as large and chunky as a glitter, but definitely larger and chunkier than like a fine shimmer. And you can tell they're loosely pressed not just by the texture. Like, I prefer to use these with my finger. I'll press it lightly in there and then dab it over the lid. But you can tell because they come with these plastic caps in here, like beyond just the actual cap of the product, just so you can make sure your product stays nice and pressed in there, because it is a very loose press. The two shades you get are one that I'm wearing today, which is Cream Peach. This is more like a pretty straightforward peach champagne shade. There is a soft multichromatic shift to it. It's like slightly pink, kind of has a cool undertone shift, like a white champagne shift to it. Nothing too complex, something that I think people who might want shimmer but not want to mess with any colors that are too extreme or out there, outside of their normal everyday color might want. The other one, though, is a really fun one. It is called No. 4 Sun Aurora, and this has everything from yellowy orange base to a green shift that really comes out. You'll see when I applied it over the black eyeliner. And then at some angles it has a pink. I haven't quite figured out which lighting to get this under, so the pink really shows up on my eye, but in the pan, hopefully I can do a close-up so you can see it. At some angles it goes full on soft pink, so it's like a quad chrome at the very least. Such a beautiful and complex shade. And like I said, a really fun one to layer over different colored bases to really see just how many colors are in there. These you definitely have to use over some sort of sticky base, whether it's an eyeliner like I did, or even that cream shadow, but something that's just like slightly tacky that will give this pigment, because it's so finely milled and loosely pressed, to cling to and stick to throughout the day to your lid. I also experienced a little bit of fallout. You might be able to see it either in the demo or on my eyelids today. It's because I did my base first. I should have done foundation, all that kind of stuff last, but I was still trying to figure out what I was going to do with these. So fallout doesn't really bother me one way or the other, but in case it does you, just know that these do, depending on how you like to work with it, might come with a little bit of fallout just because of how loosely pressed they are. Then the last product is another really fun one. So this is called the Liquid Glitter Topper, and it's actually a trio. This is the trio in Romantic Rose. So there is a light white gold shimmer base, then a pink shimmer, then a beautiful bronze shimmer with even some cool silver flecks in there as well. And basically these can be applied kind of like those powders over any eyeshadow, but it's in a liquid medium, and these you do have kind of chunkier glitter flecks in there. And because of that liquid texture, these are actually a pretty good base for the pressed shimmers. That's actually what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I prepped with the matte eyeshadow first, then I went in with the bronze liquid shadow, and then over that I went in with Cream Peach pigment over top. These are really nice because I feel like they're a little bit more no fuss than the pressed pigments. While I love the color combinations in those, there is something about already having your glitter mixed into a medium that you apply directly to your eyes, maybe blend out a little bit, and then it dries down and it's done, as opposed to working with a pigment where if you want that same sort of attraction, you need a primer, maybe use a mixing medium if you're into that. There's just a few more steps, so I do like that they included both of these because the liquid glitter toppers are just a little bit more low maintenance. And overall, just all of these products go together so well. You know I'm a sucker for texture, and so I've really been gravitating towards textured shadows lately, like the Viseart Grande Pro Volume 2 palette, the textures in the Pat McGrath palettes, but what I realized with these is that it's sometimes nice to just have a textured topper that you can throw over the existing eyeshadows you have. Even if they're shimmer eyeshadows or you want to transform your matte eyeshadows, these just allow you to have that texture that I personally love, but not all the time. So you're not buying a glittery or shimmery or metallic eyeshadow that you might not wear all the time. These are a little bit less product, a little bit more compact, and especially when you buy them all together like this, what is the value is $120 because these are all full-size products, and then the kit together is $59.99, which I think is a great deal given everything that you get, and it means that you can transform literally any other shadow in your collection into something that has a fun and more complex kind of shift and dimension to it. So those are really all of my thoughts on this set. Really pleased and impressed with everything in here. Maybe it's because I haven't tried that much from Touch in Sol and it doesn't feel like they're all that visible, or at least as much as they were when they first launched. If you have any favorites from the brand, definitely let us know in the comments down below, because I'm kind of blown away with all these and would definitely be interested in trying more if they were all like this. So please let us know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.